Okay, let's grab the cards. I want to ask about Pam Bondi. You know, the one that wants to run interference for Trump rather than being the real Attorney General for the U.S. The one that's supposed to be defending the Constitution and the American people, but instead, she's chosen to be a consigliere for Trumpenstein. You know, they want to play the mob boss drama. So let's look and see what the cards can tell us about Pam Bondi. Where are things headed with her? So the first thing out, we have what's being shared. Okay, so what's being shared, the energy coming into it from the past is the choices she's making in life. Okay, what's going on today, something new. She's going to try to put out something new, some new path to follow. The challenge is, doesn't like the harvest. The things are coming now, the harvest is coming. Potential outcome is tempering things, wanting to temper it. Outside influence is what is being worked on. When it comes to what's being shared, it's about the past case, or not being shared, as the case may be. The poison things that they're dealing with his past. The energy, the life path she's walking, versus spirituality, or, you know, this, in this case, she's not standing for the highest spirituality. She is there batting for the other side, if you will. So what's going on today is about, you know, leadership. She's going to put out something new about leadership. When it comes to the harvest, this is a nightmare. Okay? Sleepless nights for her. When it comes to tempering, it's about what can she put out to temper this stuff, and what she's working on is this ongoing battle. Now, this could be other people working on this battle, so she is embattled with this. And let's go ahead and see. So this is what's being birthed. What's being birthed in America. What is coming down when it comes to America. What she's sharing or not sharing, as the case may be. Okay. It's about the desires. She is being pushed by these desires. Okay. And that's her life path. And again, you know, she's batting for the other side. Not genuine spirituality, but the ones that follow the, you know, the dark thing. Just worship me and you can have all that you see here. Bow down and worship ego. Do that, and you can have what you want in the world, okay? So that's the path she's following. When it comes out to today, putting out something new, when it comes to leadership in the White House, she's taking her marching orders from the White House. Not a surprise. The challenge is trying to get away with this. The harvest is coming, and it's a nightmare, and she's still trying to figure out, you know, how to get away with it. She's running interference. Okay? Potential outcome. She's holding on to the energy, directing it when it comes to tempering this, what's being handed out. Outside influence, feeling backed. More that this comes out, that they're working on it and feeling embattled, and now starting to feel pushed to the edge. Okay? She's feeling pushed to the edge with defending this. Trying to mentally repress it, to bring it to an end. Trying to strengthen the manipulations, okay? When it comes to the truth, when it comes to democracy and compassion, etc., and the struggle that they're facing with putting out this new message, and again trying to control it with an abuse of power, with things up in the air, with what she's going to give out and the messages she's going to put out and the things she's going to block when it comes to investigating his dark drama, okay? But in one way, she's out in the cold when it comes to overturning this forever. When it comes to him trying to control, or her trying to control these aspects, there is the hidden happening. Let's see what the hidden happening to be revealed is. This walking away, this distancing from the light of truth with their lies, okay? But the strong arm of truth on the long term, when it comes to the evidence, is going to come out, okay? So, story is, yeah, she's made her choice, and her choice was to follow the dark side and get as much power and things as she can in the world. But we know how that ends. It doesn't end well. Doesn't end well. What's it say? Lay up for your things in heaven. But no, she's chosen the other side of just bow down and worship me, and whatever you see here, you can have. Okay. You know, the dark's got so much more power over the light. It's what they think. So let's do a clarifying read and see how this is going to continue to go forward for Pam Bondi. But yeah, she made her choice, so she's going to continue to run interference and take her marching orders from the White House. So the center of it all, we have the truth, though. We have the divine feminine, okay? The fight for truth, justice, the law. When it comes to America, the abundance, the values, okay, and rapidly what's moving. So when it comes to America and the laws and the truth, this is what she's juggling. She's facing a loss, okay? When it comes to the truth and rapidly things, there is the loss. And this ongoing attempting to manipulate it. What's being juggled for America is a bit out in the cold, okay? And trying to block this, but she's going to face a loss with blocking it forever, because this is just too painful. This is painful. The ultimate truth of this and their manipulations trying to block is facing loss, and this is coming forward rapidly. We have the message that she's trying to offer up, what's being offered up, this fight, this struggle. When it comes to democracy, or it comes to this emotional, controlling the emotions or lack thereof, shedding light, distancing, wanting to walk away from the choices being made in life. When it comes to the strong truth, with what's being worked on, when it comes to the evidence that they're trying to get away with what's being put out, and things up in the air, but more information and truth is going to come out rapidly. The mind spin, trying to figure out the next move when it comes to what's being sold, the desires, and charging forward. But what new action is coming is going to be a tower moment going forward. Okay? Yeah. So as much pushback as they're trying to do, it's not going to work. You know, their house of cards is going to fall. So I want to ask one thing here. What is going to be the end point for Bondi? What's going to be the end point for Bondi? Is she going to get out of this unscathed, or will there be far-reaching consequences for Bondi going forward? Let's see. For the long term, when it comes to this past, what she's offered up for this past, okay, and it comes to this controlling the action, when it comes for the White House and the harvest, yeah, the delusion, the drama that she was supporting, what's being worked on, the lies being perpetrated to the American people when it comes to the truth of these relationships and investigations and wanting to get to a better place. We have the Republicans and the dark agenda. There will be a victory when it comes to a message of action and the hard club of action going forward, okay? So I don't think the victory is hers or the Republicans. I think the victory going forward is against the Republicans and against Pam Bondi for the delusion and the drama they keep trying to perpetrate and put out there. So on that note, I'll leave that here. But she's made her choice to follow the dark side and to continue to take her marching orders from Trump and get her name and fame and glory while she can. But it's not going to end well for her nor the Republicans that are fueling this and running interference for Trump. In the end, it's not going to bode well for them. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.